everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about The Infinite Noise, a Bright Sessions novel by Lauren Shippen. We got this off of Edelweiss, right?
True.
Turns out it's based on a podcast. I didn't know that. So
right there.
Okay, but I didn't read the Goodreads description. We were like, what books are we reading? And you were telling me the title. And I'm like, okay, I just got to read it. I don't know anything about it. But anyway, it's about Caleb, who is an atypical, and basically he's an empath, so he can feel other people's feelings. But basically he's taking on all these feelings, and it has nowhere to go. So sometimes he'll rage out at the school bullies and things. So after a big fight, he was sent to a psychologist, a mental health doctor, who's helping him kind of work through his atypical condition. And I don't know where I was going with that. Work through his atypical condition so that he can kind of deal with the feelings that he's got going on around him, which can be really difficult when you go to high school and, hello teen angst.
And he feels everybody's feelings. That's the thing. It's everybody's angst he has to feel.
Yeah, so he's angsty times 1,000. But there is kind of one calm among the storm, and that's Adam. So for whatever reason, Adam's feelings actually kind of help kind of anchor him and ground him, even though Adam has his own kind of mental health challenges with depression. So it's not like it's all fuzzy bunnies and happy rainbows, but definitely a calming influence. And so Caleb reaches out to Adam, and they kind of start developing a relationship together, and it's sweet. And then kind of as we go on, we kind of explore the world, and that there may be people out there who don't like atypicals, and so we got to keep the fact that Caleb is an empath a secret, because we don't want anything bad to happen to him. But is keeping the secret really kind of worth it to Adam? Is it better to kind of be open with Adam?
Yeah, and so you kind of hit on, there were parts of this book I really, really liked, and then there were parts of this book that I thought were really kind of boring.
It felt like prologue. It all felt like prologue is what it is, because by the end of it, you've really set up kind of an action, a movement, a plot movement, more so than the whole book.
It should have been a short story, but that you just read before the book series came out. But the thing is, I really liked Caleb and Adam. I did too.
I think that's what it was. Because nothing really happened in the story, but I so loved Caleb and Adam. I loved them together. I just loved it all.
I loved this idea that Adam was this moment of calm for him. I thought that was so sweet. And
but Adam wasn't happy all the time.
He was depressed is why, yeah.
But he was still the calm.
Right. Well, I kind of thought that his depression was what was dampering everything else. But I liked their interactions, and I liked them stumbling, trying to through this first love and being insecure and but still wanting to be with the other person. I liked that. And the rest of the book was just eh.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting premise, but as far as
you didn't need the and I get that's what the podcast was, but you didn't need the superheroes or any of that stuff. You literally just needed them.
Well, and it was more realistic superheroes, right?
Right, yeah. But it's still it made stuff.
I guess, and I kind of wish that I would have liked the mental health doctor. I didn't really connect with her.
You didn't connect with anybody. The only two people you connect with are Adam and Caleb, and that's why their relationship was so well done. And then when anytime you're dealing with something else, you're why aren't we back at that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I really.
Because I feel if it had just been about that, this had a chance to be an Adam Silvera book.
Yeah.
If it had just been about their relationship was that level, because I think he writes incredible relationships, particularly about people falling in love. And so you had that, and then it just never went anywhere. It was just nothing else happened, and I could have been okay with nothing else happening, except there's all this other stuff that's existing, right?
Them together.
So it was kind of disappointing.
Okay, that's fair. I do want to go back though and listen to the podcast, and I certainly will read more books in the series because I'm intrigued enough to want to stick around.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued enough to want to stick around and see what happens. I'm not going to give it too many more chances.
I guess if it was about them, because I'm not exactly clear on how the podcast and future books are all going to fit together. But if it was a continuation of, like, learning more about them, yes. Because, like I said, I liked those characters and I liked their relationship. I just didn't care about anything else in the world.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Should we rate it?
All right, so we're at our rating. So our rating scale goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn, and it's therefore a horse. So where are you?
I get a 3, just because I think that says something, because I didn't really care for the rest of the book about how strong these characters are and their relationship is.
See, and I was at a 4, but as we talk about it and as we talk about the plot, I mean, really, if the only strong thing is the romantic relation, like, well, not even the romantic, the, like, relationship between the two main characters, then I'm going to have to give it a 3, because that's really one small piece of a greater whole.
Right.
So
that is where we are on Infinite Noise.
See you around.
Bye.